At the vet's office, the technician finished drawing blood from my golden retriever, Cooper, and paused. She looked at me with a puzzled expression. Where exactly did you get this dog? I chuckled. Cooper is the poster child for the breed. Sun-kissed fur, a goofy grin, and a tail that never stops thumping. I bought him from a high-end breeder in Montana 3 years ago. A private kennel in the mountains, I said. Why? The tech's face went pale. Sir, I've been a vet tech for 15 years. This isn't a golden retriever. I blinked, confused. Excuse me? She pointed to Cooper's paws and his eyes. The webbing between his toes is wrong. His pupil dilation doesn't react like a canine's, and his bone density, it's nearly double what a dog his size should have. I looked at Cooper, who was sitting there wagging his tail, looking like the happiest boy in the world. Are you telling me he's a mutt? I asked. I'm saying someone engineered him to look like a golden, she whispered, but underneath the fur, the biology is foreign. I've seen this once before. A family brought in a poodle that turned out to be a genetically altered coyote hybrid. It ended up hospitalizing 3 people. The investigation. I left the office feeling sick. Cooper had never been anything but an angel. He slept at the foot of my bed and loved everyone. But that night, I ordered a DNA kit. While I waited for the results, I started noticing the glitches. The way Cooper didn't bark at the mailman. He just watched him with an intensity that felt human. The way he could open deadbolt locks with his mouth if I forgot to double-check them. The DNA kit arrived on Tuesday. I swabbed his cheek and sent it off. The results hit my inbox 5 days later. Golden Retriever, 45%. Gray Wolf, 25%. Unknown/synthetic, 30%. My heart plummeted. 30% synthetic? I tried calling the Montana breeder. The line was a dead tone. I checked the website. It was gone. I tore through my safe to find his AKC papers. I called the registry, and the woman on the phone sounded confused. That registration number belongs to a dog that died in 1994, sir. Your papers are forgeries. The phone call. I was sitting on the floor, staring at Cooper, when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. You saw the DNA report. A cold, masculine voice said. Who is this? I demanded. The people who own that animal. He was a prototype taken from our lab 3 years ago during a security breach. We've been tracking the microchip signature ever since. I looked at Cooper. He was standing by the window, his ears perfectly upright, looking at a black sedan across the street. I don't have a chip in him, I said. Check behind his left ear. There's a small ridge under the skin. That's the neural interface. We'll give you $100,000 to walk out your front door and leave him there. If you don't, we're coming in, and we don't care about collateral damage. The line went dead. I felt a chill run down my spine. I reached behind Cooper's ear and felt it, a hard rectangular bump. Cooper turned his head and looked at me. Then he did something that made my blood freeze. He walked over to my computer, hit the spacebar to wake it up, and used his nose to point at the delete key while looking at the security camera footage on the screen. He was telling me to wipe the trail. I didn't wait. I grabbed my bag, whistled for Cooper, and we sprinted to the garage. We're living in a different state now, under different names. I found out later the breeder was a front for a private military contractor specializing in bioorganic intelligence. Cooper isn't just a dog, he's a genius in a fur coat, and as long as he's with me, I know they'll never catch us.